What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and how's everybody doing today? I hope all of you are doing just splendid, like I am. And before anything else, I just want to say I've checked my videos lately and they're getting views. Up to this date, April 11th, as I'm recording this, at least one person has watched each of the videos. That is just so flattering to me. We're hitting double digits on views, which is crazy. I know that sounds weird, being excited over double digit views. You know, I think my most viewed right now, as of right now, has 26. But I'm just so happy and so grateful to see that at least one person watched each one. If all I am here is to entertain at least one person to make someone's day just a little bit better, then I did my job. So I thank everybody, anybody who watch these videos, who have seen any of my videos, whether it's right now in my current run on YouTube or previously or whatever, no matter where you're from, I thank you for clicking on something that I've made. So thank you, everybody. And I do wish to grow such an audience to where I can entertain an audience of as many people as I can and bring as many smiles as I can. And I know that sounds corny and cliche, and I know that every YouTuber says this, but I want to be just like one. Can't call myself a YouTuber yet, but with each person watching and with each person following or subscribing or liking or commenting or anything like that, it brings me one step closer. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host Ian, and from the bottom of my heart, I thank you and I love you. So let's go ahead and move on to the rest of the video. I haven't recorded a video in like a week, and it's making me mad. Pennsylvania dad injured after accidentally dropping pipe bomb he made to entertain guests. Like I said, it's April 11th at the time I'm recording this, and this happened on April 9th, so this was not that long ago. At least that's when the article was published. But this is like a cartoon, bro. What kind of show was he doing? What kind of talent show does it have to be where you make a bomb in front of the audience? If he dropped a pipe bomb, did it go off? I have so many questions. First of all, how does he know how to make a bomb? Like, did he go to bomb school? As far as I know, they do not teach you how to make a pipe bomb in high school, so I might just be lacking, honestly. But also, where did he get the materials? I don't think you can just go to Home Depot and say, yo, I need all the components to build a bomb. What I have heard though, and I don't know who told me this, but apparently you can use like a lot of fertilizer to make a bomb. Now, Home Depot doesn't have bomb supplies, but if you go in there and you buy a lot of fertilizer, they will question you. This is just hearsay and is very alleged. I do not know if any of this is true, and if you made a bomb, then it's not my fault. Just make sure you don't drop it while you're making it, I guess. A father in Lancaster County was injured after he accidentally dropped a homemade pipe bomb he'd made to entertain guests, state police said. Both times he's mentioned so far, he's referred to as a dad, implying he has a son. Dad, what did I tell you? I told you have to stop making bombs and giving them to the guests. Dad, every time I host a party, you blow up everybody I invite. First it was my birthday, then you blew up prom, and then right after that you blew up grandma's 70th anniversary. All grandma wanted to do was party at her anniversary, and you gave the wrong beat drop. Rest in peace, my granny, she got hit by a bazooka. That son must be tripping though. He's basically like Robin and Batman, except if Batman was a pyromaniac. Batman if he was a little bit bigger, round, and had a beak. You know how sons inherit their dad's knowledge, like how to tie a tie, how to throw a baseball, how to mow a grid in your lawn? This kid's like, yo, thanks dad for teaching me how to make a pipe bomb on my 3rd birthday. Now I can go blow up my elementary school. Son, what, sheds tear? Why did I say I just said sheds tear like in real life. Put asterisks on the screen, sheds tear as I'm crying. Son, sheds tear. You're living up to everything that I wanted to be. Thank you, son. Kaboom. Kablow. Kaboom. I was in my... Travis Peachy, 51, of Narvin, Pennsylvania, was arrested Saturday, the same day the explosive went off outside his home on Jacob Road in Salisbury Township, according to court documents. Yo, am I tripping or did we go to Salisbury before? I guess that place is just cursed, bro. Don't go to Salisbury, Pennsylvania. At least he had the courtesy to do it outside, you know, didn't want to mess up any of the china cabinet or whatever you have going on in there. I get it, guys. I'm making a bomb. It's dangerous. But it's okay because we're all gonna do it outside and we're gonna wear safety goggles. Gang, the lab coat is not gonna save you from a bomb. What was his plan afterwards too? Was he just planning on making a bomb and then exploding it after? Or like, it's still illegal. he just made a bomb. He didn't think that much afterwards. So I have a bomb. How do I dispose of it? Oh yeah, right, I'll just put it in my son's lunchbox. Pennsylvania State Police began investigating after Peachy arrived at the hospital with injuries stemming from a bomb explosion. He just didn't explain it. So doc, I tripped on a rock and I fell and this is what happened. There's shrapnel sticking out of his body and his hands are gray and callousing from the gunpowder. Yo, I don't know what happened, bro. I just woke up like this. No, please don't tell the insurance company, please. He was just too embarrassed that he quite literally blew himself up. Peachy reportedly told troopers he had tried to assemble a pipe bomb because they were supposed to have guests over, and he thought it would be good entertainment. Discard the lying thing, he just snitched on himself. Yeah, so I did make a bomb. Officer. It was going to be super cool. You don't get it, bro. I was gonna have swagger with all the ladies. Yeah, because all the ladies are just waiting for the next man to put a ring on their finger after they, like, make a bomb and then blow themselves up. You like your man's tall and rich? I like my mans with 7 fingers missing. If this happened back in 2016, I would have totally expected it to be a Vine moment. Yo, do it for the Vine. Boom! And it sounded like a missile. The real situation is that there were no women there and it was all the boys. That sounds like such a guy's thing to do. Yo, we just spent the last 7 hours creating a pipe bomb. Hey, Travis, no balls, you blow all of us up. Kaboom. Boom! Shakalaka! I need to move on. I'm actually just making noises at this point. He assembled a pipe bomb using a PCV pipe filled with 6 ounces of black powder, police said. He said he was using a motorcycle switch to control the detonation. I was gonna say, how did he legally acquire black powder, but after some research, apparently you can just get some of that stuff. You can apparently just buy up to 50 pounds of black powder, even though it's like commonly used for bombs. Yeah, we're in America with 75% of our scholars not knowing the names of the continents, but yeah, we can sell black powder to them. We can just, you know, give them explosives. Next thing you know, they're just gonna start selling frag grenades at this point. State police said Peachy placed the bomb on a pile of wood outside a shed in the backyard. Nice, bro. Yeah, just put the explosive with gunpowder on top of a piece of wood that's very flammable and put it in your backyard where there's probably grass and trees and everything and fences that can catch on fire. Yeah, no worry. Just put it on a pile of wood that's probably not even level, so it'll stay up there. This guy deserved to get no one deserves to get blown up. What are you talking about? However, once he learned that guests were no longer coming, he retrieved it and took it back to the shed, according to charging documents. Bro, all of that and they didn't even show up. He didn't even make it in front of his guests either. He didn't, you know, want to do it so that he can show them his pipe bomb building skills or whatever. Nah, bro, he just wanted to blow some stuff up. Imagine you walk into a party and the first thing you do is you walk up to your friend and he goes, yo, watch this, and just implodes on the spot. Also, why take it back to the shed? Why not dispose of it like how you would Actually, how would you dispose a bomb? It's not like you can call a bomb disarming company because you made the bomb and you're gonna get in trouble. He was like, I guess my guest didn't show up. I guess I'll just, you know, store it back in the shed. I'll just save the pipe bomb for the next party. I'll just put a live active bomb in my shed. Nothing bad will happen from there. Trooper said he was trying to disarm the explosive when he accidentally dropped it and the device detonated. He was probably looking at it in slow motion. He regretted every single choice he made up to that point in that one moment. And from before, apparently, like, he hooked it up to a motorcycle. Now, I'm not a bomb expert. I don't know if this makes any difference, but maybe just turn the motorcycle off. Maybe he was planning on taking it to the highway. Yeah, let's combine a high-speed land vehicle with a high injury rate and then just put a bomb on the back of it and sway it around. Not even a professional one either, just a bomb that I made in my backyard with my Lowe's gift card. I don't know how big 6 ounces of black powder would make in terms of an explosion, but I'd assume it's pretty big. I mean, at this point, any explosion is big considering the fact that it is quite literally illegal. Peachy's wife reportedly told troopers she was inside with 2 kids when she heard what sounded like an explosion. Soon after, Peachy came running inside and said he needed to go to the hospital. Those kids probably didn't even look up from their iPads. And the reason I can say that is because I was an iPad kid. I remember one time when I was pretty young, I was on my iPad in my living room. And in my living room, there's like this huge clock. It's ginormous, bro. And it unhooked from the wall and fell down and slammed into the middle of the living room like 2 inches away from me. And I just didn't move. I remember I looked up and I was like, yo, that's not gonna hit me. And then I just went back to looking at my iPad. I would literally rather die than take my eyes off EvanTube HD. I would become Flat Stanley before someone took that iPad out of my hands. Trooper said he suffered injuries to his face and eye, and the hospital staff removed a piece of shrapnel from his head. Yeah, I was gonna say brain damage, but looking at his actions, he probably already had brain damage. Something tells me that if you make a pipe bomb to entertain your friends, then you've definitely done worse stuff and more stupid stuff in your life. This is the type of guy to stink bomb you in school. But for real though, I hope he's not that injured. I mean, hopefully he can still do regular stuff. Hopefully he still has his eye, his vision. Imagine having a cool bomb scar, but like you can't tell the story behind it. If you say how you actually got the scar, then everybody just makes fun of you, but it looks super cool. State police later searched the shed where the bomb went off, and they found a hole in the floor. Yo. Dude, that I don't know why the visual is just funny to me. Just thinking of this black hole in the floor where the bomb went off. Dude just dropped it, just kaboom. He walks in the hospital and the toes of his shoes are like ripped off and you could just see his feet. Well, now we know what happened. You said a bear attacked you? Yeah, no, last time I checked, bears don't leave char marks on your shed. As a result of the investigation, troopers charged Pichu with 2 counts of endangering the welfare of children, risking catastrophe, possession of an explosive, 3 counts of attempted aggravated assault, and 3 counts of recklessly endangering another person. Say goodbye to your retirement, bro, all because you wanted to show your friends that you can explode a bomb and make it. I mean, I will admit though, if it didn't work out and all his friends showed up and he exploded the bomb, that would be a cool party trick. From now on though, anytime he goes in the backyard, his wife is just gonna shelter all of the children. Anything cylindrical in his hands, everyone's gonna assume that it's a bomb. He comes home from Costco with a Costco hot dog. His wife's like, give me that. Just want to make sure you don't blow up the house again. And he is never going to be able to own a gun. Not once ever. I'm glad he seems to be at least a little bit okay. And I'm glad his family is okay though. But that, ladies and gentlemen, seems to be the end of the article. Just like the last video, this video was a little bit lower energy, I get it, but I'm just kind of tired. I was staying up doing a lot of assignments last night and didn't go to sleep until like 4 a.m. Woke up, had to go to work, got home, started recording after I showered. It was a mess. So I'm gonna edit this video and then I'm gonna take a nap. I need to sleep more because I'm breaking out on pimples and stuff like that. And, you know, I just shaved and I just look a mess. You know, my skin texture is identical to that of, I don't know, the moon. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, don't make bombs. And that's what you learn from this story, I guess. If you watched up until here, I do love you with all my heart, and I thank you greatly for supporting me. And to anyone not here who watched even a little bit of this video, even the first few seconds, I do also appreciate you as well. And if I was able to entertain anybody or brighten somebody's day watching this, then I have done my job. And I'm so happy about that. So thank you again for watching all the current videos that are out right now, ladies and gentlemen. I hope to make so many more. And it's been yours, Ian, your host. And I'll catch you all later. Till then, my friends. Mwah!